punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out. Valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count. Cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now. Yeah, I'm two up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Sunday.
Bortles to throw on second down. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
372.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars' offense now heads back onto the field. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Steps away to his left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Mack on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Locke. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a toss play. This is Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Danico Autry able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy. 380.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Being chased out left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
12. Check out. 370.
Luck on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, Luck. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Lucy. Throw that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, They gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
Let's go.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Be right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. They'll run with Mack. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Throwing is locked. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bortles now on first down. Looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lucy.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
11.
On first down, Bortles. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Bortles will try again on second down. Sharp's got it left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
11.
Shotgun now for Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Bortles to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Tempo.
Watch the
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
73.
A final shot before half for Bortles. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game. But this player, disruptive in all phases. Whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On play action, it's Bortles. And the pressure gets to him again.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Bortles now to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
72.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And Lambo will put this one through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now here on EA Sports. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. For a guy who didn't throw a football for 500 days, Luck's looking pretty sharp here early in the year. It's 1st and 10. Now Mack. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Bortles going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Finding some room at midfield. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Caught. Severian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now Bortles again. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now Bortles. Over the middle, it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Looking long for Westbrook. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. A run by Mack to start the drive. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Mack. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Staying on the ground with Mack. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
12.
3rd and long. It's locked. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now a carry from Mack. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they'll run it here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl.